Welcome to this chapter on the rebuilding of the 62TE transmission. This chapter is divided into three parts: teardown, subassemblies, and reassembly. In this part, you'll learn about the subassemblies for this unit. My name is Bill Brayton, and I'll be your host for this chapter. It's a great day to fix transmissions, so let's get started. Okay, to start the differential disassembly, remove the gear to case bolts and remove the housing from the gear. Now, to remove the cover from the case, we are going to drive a small chisel into the slot. This will act as a wedge and separate the case halves. Now, with the cover off, we can remove the side gear and spider gear shaft. Next, remove the spider gears and the tab washers. Now, to complete the differential disassembly, remove the side gear from the case. After the differential is completely disassembled, clean and dry all the differential components. Inspect the bearings for pits and galling. Replace worn bearings as necessary. Finally, check the spider gears for wear and chipped teeth. Now, to start the assembly, lightly lube the washer and side gear and install them into the housing. Next, use a small amount of assembly gel to secure the tab washers to the sides of the differential housing. Now install the spider gears into the case. Now install the spider gear shaft into the case. Next, set the side gear and washer on top of the spider gears. Now carefully set the case cover onto the differential housing. We can use a bolt or two to align the holes on the cover and housing. Next, use a hammer to tap the cover into the case. Okay, now that the differential case is together, we are going to bolt on the ring gear. We need to use thread locking compound on the bolts and install the pinion shaft retainers in the locations shown. Torque the gear case bolts to 70 foot-pounds. Now we can inspect the pinion gear for cracked or chipped teeth. Inspect the bearings for pitting and galling. Replace the worn parts as needed. Now let's take a look at the underdrive planet. First, remove the upper snap ring that holds the underdrive planet into the output shaft assembly. Note that the upper and lower snap rings are interchangeable. Next, remove the underdrive planet, the sun gear shim, and the thrust bearing. Notice the rounded side of the bearing faces up. Now remove the snap ring from the lower groove in the output shaft assembly. Next, remove the ring gear and lower thrust bearing from the output shaft. Notice the flat side of the bearing faces up. Now let's clean and dry all the planetary components. Inspect the gears for worn or chipped teeth. Check the bearings for smooth operation. To assemble the planet, simply reverse the above procedure. Now install the upper snap ring to hold the underdrive planet into the output shaft assembly. Remember, the upper and lower snap rings are interchangeable. To inspect the front planet, remove the snap ring and remove the planet from the ring gear assembly. Inspect the gears and the front sun gear for chipped or cracked teeth. Also inspect the pinion washers for wear. Now check the rear planet for chipped or cracked teeth. Also check the gears for wobble and worn washers. This will conclude the differential and planetary gear set part of the 62TE transmission. We want to thank you for participating in our virtual training solutions powered by ATRA. Until next time, let's keep fixing transmissions together.